Great to have you. And we going to have, I like the underdogs last week. Let's talk some NFL. I like the underdogs last week in the NFL playoff games, except the Cowboys. Other than that, I like the Colts. I like the Chargers, and I like the Eagles. I like a couple of the underdogs this week. You're not going to have 4 favorites win. Now, last week I went 3 dogs and a favorite. This week I think I'm going to go 2 favorites, 2 dogs, or 3 favorites, 1 dog. I do like New England. I want to talk about the Rams and the Cowboys. That'll be a home game for the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be, at best, a 55-45 Dallas split for the crowd. Could be 65-35 Dallas fans over the Rams. Sean McVay is the coach of the Rams. He was talking about his running back, Todd Gurley, and the Cowboy running back he'll face, Ezekiel Elliott, and here's what he had to say.
When you look at Zeke, I think he's similar to Todd, one of the most complete backs in the league, extremely productive. I think he's got the ability to go through you or go around you with speed. You know, he's gotten a lot more involved in the pass game this year. I think he's truly a complete back, and you could see that a lot of what they do is predicated on, you know, just him getting a bunch of touches.
Let me say something, though. I just want to say this to Cowboy fans and Zeke fans and Ram fans and Gurley fans. This isn't lasting forever, and I don't think it's lasting this long. Todd Gurley already this year in year 4 wore down. The Rams need to draft another running back fairly early, 4th, 5th round, so somebody else can carry 9 times a game. And Gurley can carry 18, not 28. Okay, these windows are going to close really quickly for Gurley and Zeke. It's just like in baseball. You cannot ask a running back to have 300 touches a year. Zeke for the Cowboys this year. Do you know how many touches he had? He had 381 touches. You do realize all these new rules in football protect the quarterbacks and protect the wide receivers. They don't protect the running back. The biggest collisions in the NFL on virtually every play are a running back being tackled. You can't touch receivers. You can get thrown out of a game for hitting a receiver. You can't even grab them at the line of scrimmage. You can't touch a quarterback. They'll throw you out of the games. There are new rules to soften the blows on running backs. It's just like baseball. If you keep throwing CC Sabathia and Clayton Kershaw 250 innings, you wake up one morning and Clayton Kershaw doesn't have a fastball. And CC Sabathia doesn't have a fastball. These windows for running backs close really quickly. Todd Gurley has had the most rushes by far, over 150 more than any running back since he entered the league. I mean, not even close. So Dallas this year in the draft is going to draft a tight end. They need a tight end. You know what I would strongly consider their second pick? A running back. And the Rams need a corner and need more offensive line help. I'd strongly consider drafting another running back because this stuff doesn't last forever. And I will say this, the Rams are a very smart organization. Now, I think they roll the dice on some personalities that I would not have acquired. But I will note this. The Rams figure this out very early. Do you realize that Todd Gurley has not had more than 16 carries only once since October 28? Think about that. Only one time since late October did the Rams give Gurley more than 16 carries. So the Rams figured it out. They were like, we got a guy that's wearing down fast. These running backs and these starting pitchers in baseball, you can look at Clayton Kershaw. He's the next Sandy Koufax. And the next year, his fastball's gone. And this Zeke thing, Zeke is he's touching the ball 380 times a year. You've got to be kidding me. Have you ever watched an NFL game close, like on the sideline? You ever seen the quality of hits guys get at running backs? This thing does not last forever. By the way, interesting about... Belichick and Saban. Alabama's fine. But here's the thing to remember about the current best coach in the NFL and the current best coach in college, Nick Saban and Belichick. College sports is all about recruiting. Nick Saban's the best recruiter. Nick Saban will tell you I'm the best recruiter. NFL's not about recruiting. NFL's about coaching. Bill Belichick's a much better coach than Nick Saban. Nick Saban's personality, which is better than Belichick's, he's a much better recruiter. But once you took away the recruiting advantage for Nick Saban in the NFL, fired. The bottom line is these college coaches, it is hard to think of a college coach who's a great recruiter and doesn't win. You can't be an average recruiter or a poor recruiter and win in college basketball or college football. Saban's a great recruiter. Belichick is a much better coach. And here's the other thing. Nobody wants to work with Saban long term. Kirby Smart's about it. Most coaches go to Saban. You know, it's Sabantology. It's like Scientology. It's privacy is demanded, verbal abuse is understood, and when you leave, it's like escaping. You know, you get the hell out of Alabama and go make your money elsewhere. But Belichick, guys stay with Belichick. Guys come back for Belichick. Josh McDaniels has turned down head coaching jobs to stay with Belichick. Coaches have left Belichick, come back to Belichick. Belichick does not wear out coordinators. They wait and wait and wait until they get a great job. And if it doesn't work out, they often want to come back. It's Bill that says no, not the coaches. And so, you know, whenever you talk about great coaches, everybody says, oh, this coach does this and that. That's why I say about Jim Harbaugh. Jim Harbaugh got to a Super Bowl. That's coaching. And Jim Harbaugh's turned around three college programs. That's recruiting. The reason Harbaugh's a good college coach, he's a good recruiter. The reason he's a good NFL coach, he's a good coach. Saban's never proven he can coach in the NFL. He's proven he can recruit in college. And I think, you know, they'll be fine and they'll win a bunch of games. But Belichick's at a different level. Belichick can win with good receivers. He won with Randy Moss. He won with Wes Welker. And he wins with Chris Hogan. I mean, he wins with Nate Solder, and this year he wins with a turnstile left tackle. He's won with Corey Dillon, a great running back, and he wins with rookie Sony Michel. That's coaching. Belichick's the best football coach in America today, and the next line of great coaches are NFL guys, not college guys. College guy, Dabo Swinney, love him. He can recruit. That's why Clemson's winning. He can recruit. He doesn't even call plays. I don't think Dabo's ever called plays. Hour 2 coming up. Troy Aikman talks. It's the